Welcome back to Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and today we're going to be talking about 22 ammo. Now, we're not talking about budget ammo, we're talking about the top tier ammunition that you might use, and we're just going to talk about where we're at in 2026. But I also have the CZ457 out here with the Discovery. I think that says they're LHD 8-32. You guys have seen it before. I need to do some long distance landscaping, and let me show you what I'm talking about here. See all that there? That is right in the way of my 150-yard target. That is bamboo shoots. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to go out there and actually chop these down, but I figure we're gonna be talking about 22 ammo. Let's make it fun. So I'm gonna be using some Eley mats to do it. And as far as match ammo goes, you know, we're talking about three major brands, basically. You've got Eley, Lapua, and RWS. Now, RWS has been off the market for a long time. Like, it's been a long time since they have had ammo available, and they have it back now, but the price is crazy. But first up, let's talk about Eley. So this was kind of my go-to ammo. I actually found a couple lots of Eley Match and Team that didn't have any lube on them at all. And all right, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about. We have two boxes, two lots of Eley Team. This box is normal. So if you can see there, this one has lubrication. It's dull. That's because of that wax. And I haven't done anything to these. These were literally just how I found these. So and you see how shiny that one is? Yeah, that has no lubrication on it. The entire box is like that. So let me compare it. So side by side there, you can see the difference. Lubrication on the right, no lubrication on the left. If you try and shoot that in warm weather with no lube on these bullets, you will let up the barrel. That's 100%. I think we're hitting that guy. Let's come up a little bit to this juncture. All right, we're 4 or 5 on that guy. Still haven't taken it down. And to be honest with you, you know, Eley was pretty easy for me to find good lots with. But in 2026, like in the last, heck, 6 months, I really haven't found Eley that was really, really good or worth buying. So, which has been quite a bit of difference than what I'm used to experiencing with Eley. We're chewing it up though. There we go, that was what we needed. A little bit of wind out there. So, as it sits right now, you know, Eley is not really what I plan on looking for, because I've tested a bunch of different lots for it, but I really haven't found much. Now, Lapua, from what I've seen, has been consistently good. Like, they've been producing good ammo, but super hard to get. You're pretty much gonna have to go to the test center just to get the ammo. And a lot of people don't want to go through that, so, and I get it. There we go. I think we broke off like half of it. All right, next victim. Let's go after this guy here. We're gonna add a couple tenths of left. Let's see if we can hit this guy right here on the ground. So Lapua is a good option because it's been consistently good, but getting it has been a major problem. So, you know, it's still a good option to try and test it, try and find it, try and shoot it, but without going to the test center, it can be kind of problematic to get. We're just tearing this guy up. Oh! So Eley, you know, hasn't been as good consistently for me. It's still available. They've raised the prices on it like everybody else, but it's not as high as Lapua. Lapua is expensive and hard to find, but consistently good. So enter the chat RWS R50, which hasn't been available for a really long time. It is back, and I haven't personally tested it, but I got a lot of friends who have, and the results have been really good across the board. But they've raised the prices to almost $30 a box. And I don't know about you guys, but there is a line for me in buying Precision Rimfire ammo, and I don't know where it is, but it's below $30 a box. All right, so ones that are right in the way. Let's go after these little shrubs. Let's go after the one on the right. I'm not wanting to extract. Oh, almost. Oh. So yeah, we're kind of, for me anyway, at a weird spot because we have ammo available. Eley is still available. So if you want to buy Eley Match, Eley 10X, Eley Team, it's available. But for me, the lots that have come out recently just haven't been as good as what they have been. Now, are they good enough to win a match? Yeah, probably. But for what I've tested, I just haven't found anything that has blown my socks off. Not enough to buy any of it. And then I found, like I said, several lots where it didn't have any lube. And you know, that's a deal breaker. When you're paying $15+ for a box of ammo and you open up that box and there's no lubrication on it, because if you guys don't know, the lubrication on this is to keep it from letting up the barrel. Well, it's for many things, but if you have no lube on this soft lead projectile and you're in warmer weather, you absolutely will let up your barrel. So when you open a box and there's absolutely no lubrication on it, yeah, you pretty much aren't going to be able to use that. I mean, that's unusable, especially if you're shooting above 30 degrees. Now, some of the ammos like Polar Biathlon, those kind of things, they purposely don't have any lubrication on them, but they're meant to be shot in a very cold weather. So that's just kind of one of those deals. So Eley for me, you know, kind of right now, not what I'm looking for. Lapua, really hard to get, and you kind of got to buy it blind unless you can get an appointment at a test center. That's about the only way you're going to get into that. And then, you know, there's RWS, which, you know, I'm pretty confident will work. It's just $30 a box for R50s. All right, let's give ourselves a windage check. A little left, we're going to go put in a 10th right. Basically point aim, point impact. Let's aim here. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to be impacting a little low on this guy. So we're going to come up a couple tenths. There we go. Now I see her. Oh, oh, perfect. So at this point, I think I need to start testing like some SK. I'm really hoping somebody else comes into the market that's gonna bring a quality ammo that's gonna be available and not break the bank, because the current trajectory of ammo prices is just kind of absolutely crazy. Again, RWS R50 being $30 a box, I mean, that's crazy. Like, we're getting up to centerfire prices, obviously not for the big calibers or the fancy stuff, but you know, it's pretty crazy. The part of the allure for 22 is that, you know, it's cheaper to shoot. And, you know, for me shooting at home, you know, I want to be able to afford to shoot at home. So if I'm having to pay $30 a box per ammo to go compete, to be competitive, to have something really good, to me, that's kind of the point where, you know, I'm kind of bowing out. All right, we have one magazine, 13. We're going to go after a fresh one. We're going to see if we can really nitpick where we're going to hit, take one down. That one is shot up a bunch. We're going to move up here. We're going to see what we can do. Let's get a little bit more magnification. All right, we're going after that guy right there. Let's see where we land. Okay, I think we were where we wanted to be, just off the left. Oh yeah, I think we can do it. We have to get all the way across though, kind of perfectly. All right, let's get this right side of hair. Ah, that was where we held. Oh, oh, it teetered. Oh, got it. We got a few rounds left here. Let's put up a little, I don't know how this is gonna shoot. Probably a little high. Let's see if we can put up with what we got left here. Some rounds on that target. Okay. Sorry, the sun is just beating that target up. This thing just freaking shoots, man. It's just stacking them. It's not extracting all of them. Still haven't changed over to the talons yet. I need to do that. But at 100 yards, this rifle just performs. There we go. I think we're out. Well, I know this wasn't kind of what we're used to doing or what you're used to seeing, but I wanted to sit back and talk about where we're at, you know, with the ammunition. I know you guys are feeling it too. I wanted to see where you guys weighing in, and it's always cool to get out here again. This was the Discovery Optics LHT. Let me back it out. It's really stiff. That's my only complaint. It does have a throw lever, but with the trigger cam on here, it's very stiff. But as you can see, the bamboo is absolutely trying to take over my range. It is what it is. This scope is a great budget scope. Is this as good as a $1,000 Japanese scope? No, but if you don't want to spend a lot of money, then this scope in an 8-32, it's got a really nice fine reticle, would be a great bench rest shooting kind of setup if you're trying to do it on the cheap, or just an all-around gun. For like hunting, those kind of things, I would want something lower magnification than 8-32. But for shooting off the bench, I don't think you can go wrong with this. Of course, the CZ457 killing it today. But I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.